mentioned, I've known, at least through email, everyone on the panel before I met them here today, and then a lot of them I know more closely. I think the community aspect of what we do is a huge part of how you're successful. And it's weird because it's sort of like speed dating in a movie theater a lot of times when you meet these folks who you either admire or like, or they follow you on Twitter or you follow them on Twitter, but building that community, I think, helps us. And so if we can just maybe kind of talk about how that works and how you kind of, find your people.
Well, I mean, it keeps changing because of social media. I mean, sometimes I'm a little freaked out by how much people seem to think that they have profound relationships with people exclusively through Twitter or whatever it is. I mean, personally, that doesn't really work for me. I need that face-to-face, and I've gotten a lot of that through film festivals. But I think what's really great about it is the idea of connecting with people in an environment where you're sort of outside of the normal kind of day-to-day allows you a different kind of access point and the opportunity to kind of connect about things that could pay off in the long term. I also think it's important to think about, again, who do you know who doesn't do quite what you do and might be doing something complementary to what you do, because that's how you really start to form a deeper understanding of the industry. The way that I kind of assess a film festival usually before I go nowadays is not what my journalism peers are saying, because to be quite frank, they're kind of my competition. Nothing personal, but that's just the way that we work. I go to sales agents that I know and distributors and programmers who I've known for years who are willing to talk to me on background or off the record about things worth checking out. And I just feel like I have a much deeper understanding of what the ecosystem is because there's a mutual trust there. Because we hang out, because I'm not afraid to tell somebody it's been a while, let's go get a drink and talk about stuff all on background, even if we're not particularly tight at that particular moment. But the trust comes with time, and they know they can share information with you. So you do really benefit from that in a professional sense. But also, I just find it to be really gratifying to connect with like-minded individuals. And it gives you this sense that no matter all these different changes that are happening in the industry, there is a reason why we continue to do this stuff. And it's enormously gratifying to put yourself into it, whether or not there is some definite success at the end of the day, because you do get to connect with people and watch these things that are incredible works of art sometimes, and sometimes they're not, and you get something else out of it that's really worthwhile. And the community survives whatever the hell is going on with the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. April, you have anything on that one before we close out? Community?
Oh God, it's so weird. The ecosystem is you can't have Twitter without the film festivals, and you can't have the film festivals without film Twitter. It's a really weird thing. I mean, like, if you guys are going to Sundance, if you're going to any film festival, I have to say that, like, use Twitter as much as possible. It's a
godsend and a curse in some ways.
Well,
yeah.
Like the first time that I went to Sundance, I was just like, hi, how do I get to Sundance? And I had 30 responses and a bunch of DMs were just like, share shuttle with me, when's your flight coming in? And it was just like, thank you, because you just have to ask. And it's incredible how nice. I mean, like, film Twitter gets such a bad reputation for, like, a good reason.
Sometimes deservedly, sometimes deservedly.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, if you just ask people,
yeah.
then they will deliver, and people are actually, it renews your faith in humanity in this community. The fact that, like, if you need something, then they will just deliver it. And you don't have to, like, beg for it. You just be like, hi, I would like to go to Sundance. Help me figure it out.
Yeah, and the great thing about this, and I'm so happy that Rotten Tomatoes, we were able to host it, is you guys have met a new community. You guys are all part of our new critics criteria. A lot of you are just freshly minted Tomatometer, so y'all can totally talk about how, like, yeah, I need to get this or that together. I just feel that is gonna help so much. Again, I can think of, same thing with you, going to my first film festival, meeting Jody, who runs South by Southwest Film, when I didn't even know how to send off a film application. And, 4 or 5 years later, I'm able to go to the Cannes Film Festival, which was like an incredible honor. But you can't do the one if Jody didn't tell me, yeah, you got to send your clips immediately after you apply, and like stuff like that you just maybe don't know right away. And I think it's really invaluable.